every now and again we get a game that is so special, fun, unique that you don't really realize how much you appreciate it and enjoyed it until you get to those closing credits, and then reality set in that, hey, I just finished this really, really freaking awesome experience, really fun game. That's Donkey Kong Bonanza, yo. So, I haven't had a Nintendo console since the Wii. So after going so long without having a Nintendo console in my household, man, and to be fair, I always seen the Switch 2 as a really dope, innovative console. I just never, jumped on the chance to get it, whether that was financial reasons, life reasons, or to be honest, I was just really holding out for a Switch Pro, or in my case, the Switch 2, and I'm actually kind of happy I did. But with that being said, it has always been dope games throughout the Switch generation that I would sit back and watch and be like, yo, that game looks amazing. I feel like I'm missing out. I'm going to add that to the backlog. I want to check that out. So I'm really happy to be here. It is a really dope console. And the first game I seen on it was DK Bonanza. And I said, yo, I have to get that game. It looks amazing. It looked like my type of game. I love 3D platformers, man. They are one of my favorite genre of games. And to be quite frank, Nintendo is really the king of platformer games in general, in my opinion. When it comes to the big three, which is where I game Xbox, PlayStation, and now Nintendo, I was just really excited to jump into this. We don't really get too many 3D platformers from Sony or Microsoft, nowadays. I think Psychonauts 2 was a great game. I started playing Keeper recently. That's kind of more of a walking sim, but it's still a cool little game. Sony won Game of the Year, which I think was deservingly so, with Astrobot. I think Astrobot was a great game. I got the platinum for it this year. That's one of the things that pushed me to go get a PS5 this late into the generation and finally make that leap. So that being said, we don't get them too often. So when I picked up DK Bonanza, it was literally a console seller for me before I even bought it, because that's literally one of the reasons I went and got the console. And from the opening moments I played this game, I thought it was absolutely dope, man. Being able to just destroy anything, I thought it was beautiful, man. Whether I was playing in dock mode or on handheld mode, it was always smooth. I will say, playing dock, every now and again I might notice a frame hiccup when destroying things, but I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm a simple man. I'm a simple gamer. You point me to that mountain and say, hey, you can go explore that mountain, I'm gonna go explore that mountain. I love Skyrim. That's why it's one of my favorite games of all time. Now, if you point me to that mountain or that hill and say, hey, you can go punch through that hill as much as you want and destroy it, I'm going to go punch through that fucking hill and I'm going to enjoy it. And that's what one of my favorite things about DK Bonanza is just straight up the amount of freedom and destruction in this world. And I think the way they designed it with the layers was absolutely dope, because 30 hours later after I rolled the credits, and to be honest, I took my time with this game. I didn't go try to do every little side thing. I actually have so much things I have to do on each tier. It's like, yo, it's a lot of content in this game, because I did side things as I came across them. I always, every world tier, I would just go punch, because that's just such a fun gameplay loop to me. Like I said, I'm a simple man. The music in this game was fantastic. The gameplay core was just dope. You got different transformations. You got different stages that, give throwbacks to the straight up linear 2D side-scrolling DK games of the past and stuff like that. So it pays a lot of homage, man. And man, the story was really dope too. I grew a relationship with Pauline after, she get hatched from this little eggy thing, whatever you want to call it, right? I spent a lot of time with her, as everybody will who played the game, and I kind of grew fond of her. I'm like, yo, she's dope, she's adorable. I love Donkey Kong, just personality in this game. I think them two gel together really well. I found myself, every time you build a house and you go to sleep, Pauline, she'll talk, she'll say a few sentences. I found myself looking forward to talking to her every time I went to sleep. So that just goes to show I really enjoyed my time with her. Like I said, her singing, the music, just the overall gameplay loop was really dope, man. And it's nice to have a game with a lot of content there. And this is just packed with content. Like I said, the game took me about 30 hours. to roll credits on over 30 hours actually. And this is what just, you know, following the main story, doing a little bit of side content, like I said, here and there. But, you know, I feel like it's so much more I got to go back to, and I can see myself easily putting another 10, 15, maybe even 20 hours into just going to each world layer and just clearing it, man. And this game does a really good job of feeling good just as well as looking good. It feels good, man, no matter if I was playing on the Switch 2 Pro controller, which I'm absolutely loving. By the way, I'm thinking I'm starting to prefer it more than the DualSense, which is crazy because I'm loving the DualSense more than I ever thought I would. So this is a really great controller. And even playing it handheld on the Switch, it just always felt good. Just punching through things felt so satisfying. So for me, man, I honestly view it as one of the best 3D platformers I played in recent memory. Like I love Astro Bot. I think it's a great game, a great 3D platformer, and I really love all the free content they added. And I think Nintendo, you could learn something from that. I want to check out the DLC, but you know, after spending $70 and then they want another $20 on top, that's a lot of money, man, especially when you got games like Silk Song coming out for $20. It's like I feel like that Embryo Rush DLC should have been included. But you know, it is what it is. Maybe I'll pick it up, you know, for my birthday, or you know, when I finally get tired of all the main content that's in the base game, which can't be stated enough. There's a lot of content in this game, and I enjoyed this game so much, man. It made me, you know, do my research. And Mario Odyssey was always one of those games I really, really wish I had a Switch 1 to play when it dropped. I just thought it looked amazing. Still do. Probably gonna definitely pick that up real soon, especially after rolling credits on this. But finding out that's the same team made me even 10 times more excited than what I already was to jump back. Not jump back, but just go back and jump into Mario Odyssey, and I really look forward to doing that, man. So this game was really impressive technical wise, man. I feel like it's definitely a console seller. If you love 3D platformers, this is definitely worth checking out. If you have a Switch 2 and you have not picked this up, please pick this up, man. Games like this, you know, I like to see be successful. I like to see sell well. Nintendo games sell well regardless of the fact. So, you know, I'm probably beating a dead horse here, but I highly recommend this game, and I do think it's a system seller. And you know, I don't do spoilers too much, but just the last probably like 5 hours of this game, as far as like the main story, it's just so good, man. The final boss fights, the twist at the end, you spend the whole game chasing one person, then at the end it's another. It's like, it's really, really good, man. And the pacing in this game is fantastic. It's like you can spend as much time on each layer or as less time on each layer as you want. You can spend 5 hours on one layer just trying to find, you know, all the secrets, all the hidden things, and it's a lot to be found, man. So, like I said, a lot of content in this game, man. You know, not much voice acting besides Pauline, because, you know, obviously can't nobody else really talk, but I just found it all to just come together so well, man. The story, the setting, the atmosphere, the way it felt, the way it looked. It's a really dope game, man. Definitely a game of the year contender for me, and my top 5 for sure. Probably top 3 when it's all said and done. I wouldn't be surprised if, as time go on, by time the end of 2025, that this will be my game of the year. It's that good, guys. I really enjoyed it, man, and I'm so happy I bought my Switch 2. So this is actually my first Nintendo review of a video game. So if you're new here, man, please hit that like button. Please subscribe. You know, leave a comment. Are you picking up a Switch 2 anytime soon? Are you planning to rock out with the Switch 1 for as long as possible? Are you waiting for a Switch OLED or a Switch 2 Lite? Let me know, man. I really enjoyed this game. I'm enjoying this console. It's been your guy, NextGenNero. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.